Hello everybody, it's Vertical Sandwich. This is post commentary and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Maniac Mansion. We have Wendy and Bernard. There's one ending you can only get if you have Wendy and Bernard in your party. So that's what we're doing. We're going to cover a few other things. All of this stuff, the stuff you're going to see in the opening. I played the opening just so you could see the dialogue. It's actually, I think, surprisingly the same as just any Bernard opening. Because, I think it focuses on one character, and they have dialogue, and then the secondary character always says the same thing. Yeah, Bernard, don't be a tuna head, which, again, I'm pretty sure was shithead in the original version. But, I think the secondary character will always say, this. No, not that. Sorry. Oh, no, I guess Wendy isn't going to say that. I thought Wendy would say that. But anyway, so we're going to get in the mansion. Now, I'm going to cover a few things, too. I'm going to cover, well, you'll see. We'll go through it. And then we'll do the alternate ending. Probably the most complicated ending to get, just because of, it's actually the combination of two endings we've already covered. So I think we've covered everything in this game. If we don't get it covered in this video, you can make sure to request something. So, if you make the tape of, the record up in this Tentacles room, you can play it. And I think in the original computer version, this is how you got, sexed to death by the tentacle, was playing this cassette tape in the stereo. It doesn't work that way in this game, though. Because, I turn it on, and he's still talking, and he just keeps talking. And if you wait until he's done, I wait till he's done talking, I turn it back off and back on, and nothing happens. So, yeah, like I said, I was pretty sure it had been removed, but I think this confirms it. I hope this confirms it for you. I don't know what else to say about it, really. So yeah, we'll turn it back on. And then I'm going to show you how to, because, I forgot to break into Ed's room when his package arrived. So we're going to do that. But not, well, his package has already arrived, so. Man, Wendy's hot. Sorry. Anyway, back to the game. Now, you should check out some gameplay of the original computer game. There's plenty of it on YouTube. It looks completely different. It looks way weirder. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually just going to have Bernard hit the doorbell. And then when Ed comes down to yell at him, we're going to run into his room and take all his stuff. And they started to switch a little early. Yeah, he didn't push the doorbell, so. Oh, the doorbell! Sorry. Alright, well, we know these cutscenes, really. So, yeah, so he'll leave his room, and you can come in. I mean, so, you could do this repeatedly. If you got caught by him and didn't get everything out of his room, you could just use a second kid to do this. I did almost everything in this playthrough with Wendy, because she's really handy. She's a far more handy character. Bernard really can do almost nothing. I just had him wait for the package. Because he can't do anything with the green tentacle. He can't feed the green tentacle anything. So yeah, yell at Bernard. And then go back in the house. You don't really need all these dimes. Later, I mean, I got kids caught a lot during this playthrough. Not a big deal. So we just got the contract. I mailed off the manuscript, repaired by Wendy, to get the contract for the meteor. That's what you need for this ending. It's essentially the writing contract, which is Wendy's ending. But what you have to do is you have to call the meteor police to come and get the meteor. And then in the point in time where they would normally be coming, you have to run in and do the writing ending. That's how this works. So there'll be a lot of us moving around and stuff. I take a lot of time to do this. I wanted to show the whole kind of thing from the the ending and stuff. So we got to get Wendy in this room because she's got all the keys, and we're gonna want Dave to play the video game because I don't think Wendy can play the video game to get the high score. I'm not sure, but I did repair the wires with Bernard. I don't know why. I didn't know why I did all of this stuff. Because, like, really, if you don't... Because I don't know if Wendy can open the door with the 000 code. I think that's just Dave and then, like, some of the guys. I'm not sure. Also, I believe in the computer game, if you try to open the door without repairing the wires with Bernard, he will automatically try to rewire the door and blow up the whole house. I'm not sure if that was transferred to the NES game. I didn't really feel like testing it out because it's kind of a convoluted type of thing to try to do. Also, I don't think... okay, so 7572 is our code, but I don't think... I could be wrong. Dr. Fred, I don't think, can catch you. So keeping a character in this room might keep him from actually replaying the game and changing the score. Because if he comes in, obviously the game would have to deal with that. There's a character in the room with him, and I don't think he is capable of taking you to the dungeon. Like, I just don't think he's programmed that way. It might be an interesting game glitch. If I'm wrong, somebody post a comment, but... So now, obviously, we just want to get this door open before we call the Meteor Police. Not that you don't have time to open the door, but the less you have to do, the better. You actually, if you wanted to, as well, if you don't want to deal with Purple Tentacle, what you do is, like, pull the fuses or, like, drain the pool and have somebody with the contract in that room outside of the dungeon. And when he comes down to investigate, he'll try, and then you can give him the contract. And that lets you skip a step, too. So you can do that if you want. So there we go. Doors open. So yeah, one of the things about this game is it does necessitate that you go in with Wendy. Although I don't know, maybe you can give it the writing contract to Dave and then go into the, I didn't really worry about that too much because who cares? Also, I believe you can do an alternate variation of this ending if you kill off Wendy. Yeah, you can go in with Dave in the contract. So if you killed off Wendy, you would get a slightly different ending than this. But you can kind of figure it out having seen the Wendy is dead writer's ending. And I just didn't seem to... there didn't seem to be a point to it. 1977 was a great year. I had not been born yet, though. So maybe it was a lousy year. If I wasn't in the world, it was a lousy year. Because without me, there is no world. Oh, anyway. What? Oh, yeah, Meteor Police. This is a Meteor Police. Anyway, this is Meteor Police. Uh-huh. You found the murderous purple meteor? I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'll make sure the lab's unlocked. As for ye, keep it under light speed. Anyway, so now we've got to do the ending. We have 5 minutes to do the ending. I don't know if that's 5 minutes real time. It's probably 5 minutes real time. Surprisingly, actually, when the lights went out in this and I fixed the wires, I just let the game sit and walk somewhere else. And the lights came back on while I was out of the room. So the game actually does keep time even when you're not moving your characters around. It's good to know. So, and of course, we've done all of this before. The writing ending is not something we're not familiar with. Everything when we go into the lab is going to be the same. Sandy will be tied to a thing. The professor will be, or Dr. Fred will be running around like a madman. He gives my favorite line in the entire game where he's like, "Hey kid, you've got to help me," which I think is fantastic. He's got a nuclear reactor in his house. He's built this giant machine. Suddenly he's like, "Hey kid." I probably should have, rather than playing the game, I should have found a way in here and then gotten a Pepsi from the machine. Maybe try to give the meteor that. Although I'm pretty sure if there's another way to do this, it would have, people would have figured it out by now. So, in we go. Oh, what happened? I feel much better now. I'm free of this machine's control. But wait! The self-destruct sequence was initiated. I'll try to turn it off. I can't disable it. The media must have control of the entire system. Hey, kid! You've got to help me! Love it. We have to get rid of that media once and for all. No untying Sandy or anything. Yeah, untie me! Anyway. So, all we've got to do now. Give the contract to the meteor. Wow, a lucrative publishing contract. We've done this all before. I'm gonna be famous instead of infamous. I don't have to be evil anymore. Dr. Fred released the prisoners. I'm so happy. Anyway, we're going to be rich. Of course you are. Of course you are. Alright, so then again, the talk show ending. And everything will be the same. He'll introduce Wendy. So, if Wendy is dead, he'll introduce Sandy. So, you can just logically imagine, Sandy being here if you want. He is a very gracious kind of, well, Wicked feels great. But I couldn't have done it all. See, that's nice of him, really, for an evil guy. So then the meteor police comes in and says, I don't care if you've reformed. Well, I don't care if you've reformed. You're still coming with me. And he just takes the meteor away. Disappears. There you go. And then the game show host disappears. And the game just goes to the end screen. So that's the last ending we've got. So that's the game. This was phenomenal. It was a great kind of trip down memory lane. A very kind of cult classic, weird game that probably should have never been released for the NES. Fantastic. We microwaved a hamster. It was awesome. This is one of the more interesting, I think, LPs I've done in a while. Like, just such a kind of off-the-wall, out of left field kind of thing. So, I'm happy to be done with it. It was fun. It was surprisingly easy to kind of master this game and play it. So, I'm glad you guys watched. I think that this is, I think it was worth doing. I think, like I said, I enjoyed it. Do you guys have fun? I don't know what we're doing next. Right at this moment, I still don't know what I'm going to do next. So, you guys take care. Thanks for watching, and bye, everybody.